It has been almost a week now since the Planet Zoo beta was taken away from us. And well, I figured it was about time for me to give my personal opinion of the beta, a review. And so, if you have in fact decided to click on this video and hear my review, then I really want to thank you, because there are other better reviews out there of the beta. Seriously, go check out some of the other ones, like Best in Slots, Gamer Empires. They have some very good reviews of the beta, especially Gamer Empires. I don't think he gets enough credit. Go check him out, his review is very organized. But if you have decided to click on this and listen to my review, then thank you. I really appreciate it. Now, before we begin on my review of the beta, I would first like to talk about two other things. The first thing being a tropical biome. So, on October 10th, Planet Zoo posted this screenshot right here of a tropical biome we'll be playing on. I'm assuming in the campaign mode. And, well, I want to give my opinions. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. The mountains in the background look incredible. It looks really amazing, and the park itself looks absolutely gorgeous. They posted this saying, lush, sunny, with a high chance of rain, the tropical biome in Planet Zoo is an ideal destination for many, and a splendid location to find all the walks of animal life thriving. It really does look incredible. And there's not really anything else we could pull from it. I mean, there's no animals hidden, there's nothing major like that. It just looks incredible, and I cannot see more of this. Also, it's easily that park where the Okapi was first shown. If you ever go back to the Okapi screenshot, you can see in the background some of those mountains. So, obviously we know there's an Okapi exhibit in there. But yeah, that's about it. Still, hopefully by the end of the month we will get a look at this park before the game is released and spot some new animals, hopefully. And so now I'd like to talk about the next thing before we get into the official review. I would also like to say that very soon I'm going to be getting a major brand new PC gaming device that is going to help me run Planet Zoo as smooth as butter, and I cannot wait, because then I can finally make really good quality Planet Zoo videos. I can do the campaign mode, build zoos with everyone, and more. And so, very looking forward to that. The new gaming device should be here literally a day before launch, so I'll do a video on that, showing you guys, and talking a little bit about what I plan to do for the years to come. But yeah, I just want to quickly say that, and now we move on to the review. Okay, so one thing to quickly say about the review is that I'm going to try and do this in an organized way. The very first thing I'm going to start with are what were the modes that were given to us to play with. That's what we're going to talk about first. So the very first thing I want to really get out of the way is the campaign mode, Scenario 1. I thought it was perfect for everyone who needs a good introduction to this incredible game. I had a lot of fun with it. I did not do any content on it only because the frame rate was a bit low for my laptop. I didn't want to give you guys that low quality. It just wouldn't have been good. But still, hopefully I will play the whole campaign mode on this new laptop. I already said that, sorry. Basically, the campaign mode was, like I said, perfect for all those who wanted to come in. It really was a nice, easy way to begin, which is what they basically said. And I really am excited to see what the rest of campaign mode has. I'd say the only problem with the campaign mode is it is unnecessary, while also being necessary. For those who, let's just say, have never even heard of Planet Zoo or any of Frontier's games and are instantly just jumping straight on into Planet Zoo, completely blind, then the campaign mode is very helpful. It would be very helpful indeed. Now, let's say you weren't. Let's say you actually did know exactly what to expect. Then you don't actually have to play the campaign mode. You'll be perfectly fine without it. It's very different from, say, Jurassic World Evolution's campaign, where you have to go through it to unlock everything else. But no, eventually it'll become kind of a side fun story you can play. So that's kind of one flaw, but it's not a bad flaw at all. Basically, for some people, it's unnecessary. You could easily go without playing the campaign mode and still enjoy the game, but it is also very fun. You should give it a try. And for those who've never even heard of Planet Zoo, or Planet Coaster, or any game like that from Frontier, definitely give it a try. Also, it was a little frustrating that you couldn't actually really, because I mean, we kind of expected this. Well, actually, I didn't expect this, but it makes sense to me after now. The campaign mode is a little limited when you finish the campaign mode, Scenario 1, you want to go through and kind of play around with the Goodwin Zoo, right? Well, you can't exactly do that, it's limited. You can't add in any other new animals, you're stuck with the ones you have, and, well, I was a little disappointed by that. I would have really liked to have gone around and changed it and built it the zoo I would have wanted using any of the beta animals. And so, that's okay, because really it is just campaign mode, and I understand why it's a bit limited, but other than that though, it really was a perfect way to ease the player into Planet Zoo. I'm very happy with the campaign mode so far, and I'm also very excited to see what the rest of it beholds. I think, for example, that Tropical Park is going to be in the campaign mode, and I can't wait to get there and actually experience it myself. Overall though, the Goodwin Zoo is just now, it's pretty much part of the history for Planet Zoo. It's always going to be there, and I really love that. I thought it was perfect. For me, a perfect 9, well, okay, not perfect, but a 9 out of 10 for me on the campaign mode. But now, we push that aside and really talk about the big thing, and that would be franchise mode. Okay, I'm gonna cut the bull crap. I'm gonna come right out and say it. I did not have a whole lot of fun with franchise mode. I thought it was too difficult. There were lots of problems in the beta, and now everyone's kind of adjusted by now, and I completely understand why there's problems. It's the beta. These kind of mistakes are going to happen, as I've heard other YouTubers say. Geekism has said this himself. Of course, he doesn't know who I am, but I know who he is. I love when he says beta's going to beta, because it's true. It's not going to be perfect, and there were lots of flaws. I just really was kind of frustrated that we were stuck to playing the franchise mode. We could go back and play the campaign mode, but that was limited, and that makes sense to be limited, but franchise mode was just a real pain. My problem is I built several zoos, and then I had to take them down, because financial issues, and everyone's had this problem. That's my biggest problem, is the financial struggle you have to deal with, and now that's okay with franchise mode. I really understand why, but the fact that that's the only option, the only real main option we have during the beta was kind of frustrating. Like, if I had control of the beta timeline, what I would have done is, in the 2 weeks, have the first week dedicated to the franchise mode. So then after that, you can Frontier has like an extra week to work on franchise, make sure it's better. And the upper half of the beta, we can play on Sandbox. That would have been a perfect idea for me on the beta. Half franchise and then half Sandbox. But we weren't able to do that. And then franchise mode was just, if technically it's not their fault. We're the ones who are supposed to play franchise mode correctly, but then we can't actually really do entirely what we want to do yet. We can't go full on in-depth of creativity in the beta without issues or consequences in general. And so really, it's not Frontier's fault. It's just that it was their decision. They want us to test franchise mode, and it's not the launch, so we should have expected limitations like this. I just would have liked to actually create a zoo of my own without any consequences, and a zoo I could actually finish before having to close down due to animals dying every single, like seriously, the animal timeline is off by a lot. And I've heard every YouTuber say this, but it is true. My animals were just dying like that. It was really frustrating. These zookeepers, there are lots of issues with our staff in general that need some fixing. Of course, I already said the financial thing. The animal market was a real pain. Everything costed so much, and I'm once again just repeating things that other YouTubers have already said, but it is true. There were just, basically for me, the biggest 3 things were the financials, the keepers, staff in general, and the animal market. Those are the 3 things that were really annoying about franchise mode, and constantly had to keep me restarting my zoos, and in general playing franchise mode as a whole. It's made me more excited for Sandbox mode, but also it made me hate franchise mode more, which is unfortunate, but really it's not Frontier's fault. It is our own for not being able to accept that this is something we should have kind of expected, as it's just the beta. And so I still want to applaud Frontier for franchise mode, as I think it's a really cool idea. I really do. For me, it's a perfect example of a combination between Jurassic World Evolution's campaign mode and Planco and Planzo. That's what I'm calling Planet Zoo for short, Planzo. It's a combination of their Sandbox mode with Jurassic World Evolution, because it's got Jurassic World Evolution's campaign mode where you can start building your own park, right? That's what you do in Jurassic World Evolution campaign, and then deal with the problems as they come. That's what you do in franchise mode, but it also has a nice blank canvas that feels like a Sandbox mode from Planco or Planzo. It's a good combination, but I just wish it wasn't the only thing we could really had to be strict to on the beta, And of course, I will come back and play franchise mode during when the game's launched, but it probably will be a little while. I'm going to be a Sandbox person, and also enjoy campaign mode, but franchise mode overall, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of enjoyment with those, with franchise mode, and despite all the issues, I do want to give it a try again, you know. And also with their offline franchise mode coming out too, I think it's going to be even better, because then the animal market won't be much of an issue. Hopefully, by then they've already balanced out financial problems and taken care of the staff problems, and yeah, I think it's really just. It's going to be better at launch. That's the most important thing. And other than that, there's really not a whole lot else to say. There are a couple things, actually, that I do want to point out. Animals. First off, the animal roster, I figured it'd be kind of cool to talk about this. I thought it was okay. Honestly, I wish there were some exceptions. For example, there were no apes. There were no apes in the beta, which was really unfortunate, because I was really hoping just to build an ape exhibit. I didn't care if it was a chimpanzee or orangutan or the recently revealed gorilla. I don't care if it was any of them. I just wanted one ape. One damn ape. We didn't. That's okay. I mean, really, I can't complain too much about that. I wish there were more animal reveals, but technically, now I'm thinking about it, some of the animal reveals were already revealed beforehand, like the gemsbok and African buffalo. Sorry. There's also no new vivarium animals, really. Besides getting our first look at the Brazilian wandering spider, which we knew about for a while. Overall, there just was a bit of a lack of new animals, even if they're. I mean, okay, that's really not anything I should be complaining about. Screw me for complaining about that. I guess I just was hoping to see a little bit more. Still, it was a pretty good animal roster, and the animals themselves were gorgeous, as we expected, as we've been known about for a while. They really were just incredible. And so, thank you so much, Frontier, for creating realistic animals. And also, the gameplay itself, really fun. Despite all the franchise mode issues, building was really just awesome, just like with it felt just like Planet Coaster, but even better for some reason. I think the aesthetics of it looked better, the feel of it was better. I've never had so much fun with Frontier's games before, seriously. Of course, I've loved all their games, but this has got to be the best one so far, so yeah. Overall, my experience with the beta was very positive. I've had a lot of fun. I also really enjoy the music. Wow, the soundtrack is gorgeous, and that main theme, I don't want to curse. I was about to say it's effing amazing. All right, the main theme is gorgeous. So there we go. Animals, awesome. Music, awesome. Gameplay, awesome. Beta's got some issues. I'm sure it'll be worked out. I wish we also had Sandbox mode to play on, but hey ho, it's over. And cannot wait for launch. And campaign mode, very cool. So that's basically my main sum of it. I really enjoyed it. Very positive. If I had to rate the entire beta, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. So, you know, positive, very positive. So yeah, other than that though, there's really not much else for me to say. Keep your eye out, because I have a whole bunch of pre-recorded exhibit speed builds coming out throughout the month of October, literally just before the launch day. And yeah, I'll just keep plugging in more exhibit speed builds and any videos about news that keeps that come out. I mean, honestly, it's been kind of quiet recently, but I'm hoping soon we see at least 1 or 2 more animals revealed this month. So yeah, other than that though, thank you all so much for watching this video. Please remember to hit the like button, subscribe. It really helps me. You hear every YouTuber say that, but it is true. And have a terrific day.